Good morning, Spartans. I am now in CS6. This is the Photoshop version that you will be using, hopefully, in about a month. Now, I'm going to make another video, second version of the one you saw yesterday, Typography 2, because I want to upload this one to my YouTube account, and this one will be accessible, hopefully. Alright, so we're going to start new, and the default background, you notice, is black, so it's a little bit different, but for the most part everything is the same as the last tutorial. So even though you have CS3, you should be able to do everything I do. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is choose default Photoshop size. You see 7 by 5, and you're going to do first name underscore first initial, last name underscore, and typography 2, and click OK. Alright, now I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'll bring us back to where we should be. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I changed the background color so it would resemble your version CS3. Okay, so I'm going to take the type tool. This is the first step, if you recall, and drag out a text box and let go. And when you move your cursor outside that text box, it'll allow you to move the text box. So I'm going to go ahead and move it so that it's conforms to the same size as the canvas. Notice that? Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and type the home of the Spartans. I'm going to go ahead and go to my character palette first. Let's go ahead and reset character. Remember that? Married Pro, 12 point, black type. Okay. Don't forget it's up here too. Black type, Married Pro, 12 point. And I'm going to type the home of the Spartans. And I've got uppercase Spartans with exclamation point. Now I'm going to go ahead and find my navigation, or my navigator rather, and zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, you can see it probably better. Okay, now next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that, Command C to copy, get my cursor right after the sentence there, and paste 9 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to choose one, and I'm going to color it red. Remember, this is just our practice, and we'll talk about those requirements that you're allowed to do. Right now we're just trying to figure out the technique using the new Photoshop functions. Alright, so I'm going to copy this block of text, Command C, and I put my cursor right after that block of text, and I'm just going to Command V to paste all the way down the canvas until it fills up. Okay, looking good. Now remember the next step, we went ahead, locked that layer, and turned off the eyeball. See that down here in the layers palette? Alright. Next step, simply click one time on the canvas. You see my cursor, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead, go to my character palette once again. I'm going to choose all caps. See down here below? See that double T? All caps. Now you obviously have a keyboard function, but why not use the character palette? Makes it easy. And LCHS. Currently it's red, and that's fine. But I'm going to go ahead and highlight it, and I'm going to change it to black just so it resembles the last tutorial. Okay, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and increase the size. Remember how to do that? Put your cursor above that double T right here. Hold down the mouse click and stretch it over. Right? So we want to make it nice and large. And now I'm going to find a font that's nice and big. So I'll do the Poplar. Of course, when you change the font, the appearance changes a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the width, right, the horizontal scale rather, and then sorry, that was the vertical scale, and then here's the horizontal scale. Okay, I'm also going to track it so that those letters sort of squeeze together. I like that look, where there's no gaps between. Again, this is purely your choice, as long as the font is thick enough. Because remember, we're creating a clipping mask. All right, now what we want to do is take this layer, right click. Remember how to right click. You just control click right in the right side here, not over here, but to the right. Control click and rasterize type. Notice the thumbnail. You've got that checkerboard background. I think what I did was let's see, panel option, yeah, make it large so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, you can see it better right here. Notice the checkerboard? That means those are transparent pixels, so I'm going to lock that. I'm going to go ahead and lock it right here. And then I'm going to do Command T and turn it. While I'm still in the free transform mode, I'm going to go ahead and right click it and choose perspective. Now you can't choose perspective. It'll be grayed out if you didn't rasterize that type. Keep that in mind. Alright, so now I'm going to stretch that out. So perspective shows that depth. It gets smaller as it goes back in space. At least it's trying to give that illusion. I'm going to close that character palette. Okay. And I'm actually going to go off the page. I kind of like that. And then I'm going to also control click or right click with a PC. And I'm going to choose distort just a little bit. And grab one corner as I do that and hit return to apply. You have to hit enter or return to apply that transformation. Alright, looking good. Next thing I did was I took the type layer and I dragged it above. You see that? Turn on the eyeball, and now you notice the red type is above the LCHS. Don't forget, you got to reorder the layers. Alright, finally I'm going to apply, or I'm going to create a clipping mask and go up to layer. Now look what layer I'm in. Block of text. Go up to layer, come down to create clipping mask. And there you go. Now again, you don't notice a lot going on because that block of text had black type and it's sitting right above the black LCHS. So we need to go into LCHS, unlock it, right? Unlock it. I beg your pardon. Keep it locked. We want to lock that transparency because now we're going to change the color. Again, keep that transparent lock. I got confused a little bit. And you're going to have to change the color. Now, we start off with white. So you can try that first. So I'm going to do Option Delete. And again, look right here in the thumbnail. So you see the thumbnail is white. But you can choose any color you want. I can choose this light red right here. See down here, reflects in the, look at the tool palette. You see the foreground color? So remember the shortcut for filling with a foreground color is Option Delete. The shortcut for filling with the background color is Command Delete. But I want to fill it with this light red, so I'm going to do Option Delete. That looks pretty good. I like that. So I'm going to zoom in on my navigator and show you what I got. Okay. All right. Next step. Again, you could change the color anytime. Okay. Anytime you want. Actually, I like that better. Better contrast. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add a layer style. So you double click that layer. Don't double click the word because that'll just allow you to edit the layer name. I don't want to edit the layer name. I want to create a layer style. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a drop shadow. I'm looking for drop shadow. It's down here. So you can see a 6. The order switches a little bit. Alright, there's the drop shadow. Don't do a lot of different styles because we don't want to overdo it. Okay, we don't want to take our attention away from the clipping mask because that's kind of a cool effect. Alright, maybe the distance, size. Okay, so that's soften the drop shadow. I'm going to click OK. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a gradient. Okay, so the gradient is letter G, hotkey on the keyboard. There's the gradient tool. And we're going to edit this gradient. Right now it's set to the same colors that are showing in my foreground background colors. Usually it does that. So I'll just take this color right now and show you how to use the gradient tool. You just take your cursor and you click, hold, and drag out sort of this line. Now I'm doing a diagonal. Okay, but I don't like those colors. I don't want to use the same exact colors as I did for my letter. But I'm just showing you how to use the gradient tool. So you just click and draw a straight line. Okay, you've got other options. That's a linear gradient. Here's one up here called the radial gradient. So if I click, hold, and drag, I get sort of this circular effect where it starts with a deep color and it sort of radiates out from a center. That's why they call it a radial gradient. You can reverse that. The colors actually reverse. Now it looks like a sort of a, could be like a sun effect, right? Sort of bright light, maybe. But I'm going to change the colors. So you got these preset colors. I usually start with black and white, and I come down here, click on a color stop, and then click on the color sample to change your sample. I'm going to do a bluish color because blue is the opposite of this orange color. And then I'm going to go over on this color stop and change that. And I'm going to use another blue. You can use any color you want. The only restriction is you can't use these preset rainbows. I absolutely hate is a strong word, but I really don't like the rainbow. Okay? Because that doesn't show any design sense. It just sort of shows all the colors. I'm going to go ahead and take that and drag that out. And that looks pretty good. I don't mind that at all. Alright, so that's pretty much the lesson. And we'll talk about the requirements. You're going to be using your name basically, and you're going to, the block of text is going to have a few sentences about yourself. Okay, it's a pretty simple project. I think you'll have fun with it. Be creative, and don't forget to watch the video, replay sections that you need help on. Hopefully you brought your earbuds. All right, have fun.